Hello, I don't have a tiara, but I have this cute little headband. Happy birthday to me. So it's my 51st year around the sun. Yeah, I'm proud of that. I know there's a lot of people that would rather say, oh man, I'm 25 again. No, I'm very proud to be 51. One, because I've mentioned it before. I never thought I would make it past 40, and that was because I was in an abusive relationship, and it was very volatile, very hostile, very scary. So I am very proud of the age that I've been, and I almost feel like it's been a rebirth since leaving on that very chilly February 25th, 2009 day. It was almost like starting all over again. Of course, I didn't see it that way because it felt like very scary. The future to me, the outlook, it looked grim, but it was a lot better than staying where I was. So if you haven't caught me before, I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Melinda Kunst. I am the page owner of Hope When There Was None, and I share my story of, let's see, celebrating life right now today, but also my story of surviving in general. Well, thank you, Miss Leela. Thank you. Thank you for those birthday wishes. I appreciate that. And I didn't come on for that, honestly. I was really seriously thinking about just my time here on Earth and how it feels like I'm just starting all over again. Oh, well, thank you. She says I look gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate it. You don't have to say that. Yeah, come on, come on. Thank you. Making me blush. I really seriously almost feel like I restarted. I was reborn when I left in 2009. So it's almost like I'm 12 years old. I didn't imagine my life to be what it is now. So if anybody's out there listening, please know the situation that you're in right now, either thinking about leaving an abuser, or perhaps you have grief, you lost somebody close to you, because this is what this page is about. It's not just about women or men that are victims of abuse, but it's also those emotional traumas when you lost somebody, a grief, you lost a fur baby, perhaps you are grieving miscarriage, abortion, divorce. Maybe it wasn't with an abuser, that sort of thing too. So I want to bring to you that we have special guests that share their story, victims that are now survivors that share their story on this page. And I'm very humbled to meet so many brave and courageous women that I have in the Survivors Cafe. That is a private group. If anybody is interested in that, by all means, message me privately or look for that. I'll put a link down in a little while. I will take a picture. I'll do that in a little while. I was looking for a new profile picture anyway, but I will do that. So I want to talk about healing. Again, this life that I have right now and present, I do have messages from people, from women that reach out to me and they say, well, you know, you don't look like you've ever been abused, or you don't look sick, because I am a chronic illness warrior. You don't look sick. I get those messages and, oh, well, you're in a wonderful relationship. You know, you're married to somebody awesome, Mr. Awesome. But there was a lot, what you didn't see, what I didn't bring forward, those baby stages, those rants that I had in the very early beginnings of leaving my ex, and where I was scared, where I was getting those orders of protection for the 12th time, and he was violating them again. Or where he was stalking me. You didn't see the tears. You didn't see the PTSD moments when I had an anxiety attack. I was pulled over by the police because I had one in the car and I couldn't slow down. And, you know, you didn't see those moments where I was having nightmares, where I wet the bed. I didn't always share those things with everybody. So I come forward to share those things now, so you know who I am, that I actually can walk the walk and talk the talk. I know where I'm coming from. I've been a mom on food stamps without a job, not knowing where I'm going to get food and, you know, how am I going to provide for my babies? How am I going to get gas? Luckily, I had a car. And how am I going to get gas? How am I going to afford our next meal? Birthdays are coming up. Christmas is coming up. How am I going to get presents? I had all those worries. I had all those concerns. How am I going to make it? Maybe it's just easier to go back to him. You know, I know what to expect if I go back. And I've said this before. But I'm so glad I stayed away. I really am. You know, I thought, well, maybe if I do this, if I do that, if I help him out, do this, maybe we'll get counseling and so on. It won't work. Okay, dear heart, there are some people that you can do counseling with and it works amazing. But in my situation and many, many, many others, we are with somebody that has maybe mental issues and can't make that switch, for whatever reason, whether they don't want to or so on. I'm not going to get into that, but I really want to talk about healing and how important and vital it is for you, if you're just jumping out or just getting started, how important it is to start doing the work that I'm talking about, whether it's affirmations. And again, healing is going to look different for you than it does me. Maybe you want to go to the spa. Perhaps you want to go to a counselor or therapist. Maybe it's medication. There's no shame if you need to be on medication for depression, anxiety, and so on and so on. I went a holistic way. I also was not very happy with the counselors and therapists that I was seeing. So I kind of did my own thing. I did the woo. I did a lot of prayer. I talked to God. I talked this God's ear off, and that's what he's there for. I yelled at him. I screamed at him. I was mad at him. Like, why am I here? Why does it seem like he's getting away with everything? Why does it seem like I can't catch a break? And it just seemed like I was in this cycle of being victimized and re-victimized over and over again. And to some degree, I had to get out of the drama because I seemed to be like attracting drama everywhere I went. Maybe I was just creating that drama. And now that I look back, yeah, I was a drama mama. I was kind of in that chemical reaction where my body craved drama. So I was looking for it, and not necessarily with my ex, but even outside sources. I got involved in friends that were having issues with their marriages. And it seemed like I was constantly in this cycle of finding drama. So getting over myself, getting into journaling, doing that prayer work, finding gratitude is, I can't even begin to tell you. And I've been doing the gratitude alarm. If you've been following me for a while, for over a year, I still do the gratitude alarm. You might hear it in some of my videos from time to time, or if you talk to me, if you go out for coffee with me, you will see me with the gratitude alarm. And that is something I'm going to keep. Now, what's the gratitude alarm? It is something that I set on my phone, and it goes off anywhere between 4 to 6 times throughout the day. It's just a brief one, and at that moment, wherever I am, I look for gratitude in whatever situation it is. And it doesn't matter if it's the line, the drive-thru at McDonald's, or the line at the grocery store, or I'm in the middle of the shower. I will go ahead and just gratitude. And I try not to use the same thing. Oh, I'm grateful for my kids. Oh, I'm grateful for my house. No, I look for those, honestly, those big juicy things that I am grateful for. I am grateful I didn't have a migraine. I am grateful that we have food in the fridge. I am grateful that today I feel good. I am grateful that my daughter is doing better with her anxiety. You know, things like that. I look for things that are different each time and try not to rewrite those. I don't want to rinse and repeat those things. So that is something that I do. So I'm giving you the bucket list of things that I do, and they've all kind of also combined with my health. When you get out of an abusive relationship, many victims find themselves either before or afterwards with chronic illness, whether it be anxiety, depression, PTSD, Stockholm syndrome, to perhaps having epilepsy, more seizures, or becoming diabetic, heart issues. There could be headaches, migraines, allergies, and so on and so on. And you don't even realize it when you're in the thick of things, but once you jump out and you're not so up close and personal in that abusive situation, things just start like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was an insomniac. I didn't realize that I was a food addict. I had no idea. Honestly, I still am. Okay, I'm a card-toting member of Emotional Eaters. I still do that. And if you've followed me for a while, I've battled with my weight up and down, and it's still a challenge. And right now, I know I just call things keto. And no, that chocolate chip cookie I had a few days ago, no, it's not keto. But you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I can't. I know this is an issue. I'm trying to do what's right for me. But I know my health suffers when I don't take care of myself well, or when I'm not detoxing, because I had a horrible month in October. I took off November for social media, doing videos. I didn't do a lot. You didn't see me on a lot. And I needed to do that for me. I actually read 5 books, a couple audiobooks. I've done a lot of stuff on the homestead. And these are things that are grounding for me. So I encourage you to find what works for you. Go outside. Step out of maybe your divorce case right now. Perhaps you're in a custody battle right now. Well, thank you, sweetie. Thank you for that, for the birthday gift. I appreciate that. Whatever it is right now, please give yourself every day, give yourself even 5 minutes just to get centered, just to get within yourself. Do something for you, whether it's go out for coffee, whether it's call a friend to find out how they are. Maybe you don't talk about your divorce, because it seems like that's all I did was talk about my ex. So do something besides talk about him or her, because guys can be victims as well. Talk about the kids. Do something with your children. Play a game. Try not to just focus and be so hyper focused on that moment right now. And I know that's all it is right now. And I know it's so rough and it's so difficult when you're in the moment. But please give yourself a moment. And I didn't realize myself how important that was and how precious that time that I needed to give myself. I needed to give myself a moment to sleep. If I was tired, my body was tired, I would keep pushing through. But then I realized my health is suffering. I need to go ahead and take that nap. 10-minute cat nap. I need to go ground myself outside, walk around. Even now, I go walk around outside from time to time. I'm in the Midwest, so it is a little chilly. And we have chickens, so I watch out for the poop. But, get outside. I do something for me. I do something that makes me feel good. And I can do it right now. I give myself permission to be crazy. If I want to be in my pajamas all day, I do that. If I want to, like we went out for coffee today, breakfast and a little coffee shop that we like, and the guys there that sang Mr. Awesome Happy Birthday on Saturday for his birthday, they sang to me. Now, I just went up to them and it's like, bring it on, bring it on. Now, these are things I couldn't do with my ex. My ex did not, first of all, he wasn't one to always go out to eat. He was very self-conscious that people were watching him eat. So we didn't always go out to eat. Or we went through a drive-through. Also, he didn't like attention, even if it would have been on me, someone singing happy birthday to me. He didn't like that. So I went through years with never ever experiencing that. So now, since I left, it's like, okay, I've sat on Santa's lap. I went ahead and done things that are out of the box. Since I left, I do things that make me happy. And I know it sounds silly, and I'm going to look for Santa again this season. I'm going to sit on his lap again. And so, if anybody wants to sing me happy birthday, go on, bring it on. I'm all good for that. And I just do things that take me out of my comfort zone. I like my quiet time, and I didn't realize how important that was. I had lived with somebody that micromanaged my time. He knew where I was all the time. He knew who I talked to all the time. He tracked my whereabouts even before we had tracking. So, and I was glued to him. I did have time when I was a stay-at-home mom briefly, well, a little more than briefly, and I had moments of time when I was alone, but I always felt like I was still under a microscope. I don't know if anybody knows what I mean. I still felt like I was living in fear, like I knew I had to get stuff done. I had to get that shopping done. I had to get the laundry done. I had to get things done. So I never felt good about having my private time. Does that make sense? So now it's like I enjoy, Mr. Awesome does his thing and I do my thing. There's no accountability. I don't have to say, well, I'm going blah, 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 and then here and here and here. And it was very weird jumping into a new relationship with somebody that's normal. He didn't call me all the time. My ex, he called me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10 times an hour. I kid you not. If he did it maybe 3 times, that was weird. But he called me all the time, every day. I'm talking, if he wasn't next to me, if he wasn't up my butt, he was calling me all the time to find out where I was, who was I with, and so on and so on. So when we started dating, when Terry and I started dating, and it was so weird, it's like, why isn't he calling me? Doesn't he care about me? I thought he loved me. Why isn't he checking up on me? It was very bizarre to experience. Our first fight wasn't really a fight. It was more of a disagreement, as they've always been. We very rarely raise our voices, and I could probably count on 2 hands over. We've been together since 2009, since April, May of 2009. So it's been very weird to not have someone hit you or get in your face when you're fighting, or to really fight about anything. The things that we argue about or have disagreements about are actual things. It's not about, oh, you moved my keys, or, oh, you're late from being home. You were supposed to be home 15 minutes ago. It's not like that. He's never accusing me of seeing anybody. I don't have to worry about him thinking I'm fooling around. It was very bizarre. So learning how to navigate a relationship after the crazy is so important. So what I can tell you to do is I became a self-help addict. I read whatever I could. Now with podcasts are wonderful, and YouTube, you can look at YouTube. I did a lot of this stuff before it was on YouTube or podcasts. So I encourage you to listen, look out for those podcasts, look out for those YouTube videos, how to navigate with a narcissist, how to get over grief, how to help yourself with eating or whatever it is for you. Reach out to somebody. What I did that was also important, I started to look at people on Facebook and social media who seemed like they were rising stars, people that I wanted in my life. Now, I'm not talking about Oprah. I'm not talking about Dr. Phil. I read those books and so on, but I'm talking about real people, people on my list, my neighbors, friends in real life. It's like, well, I like that person. They're positive. What is it they got? What are they doing? So I wanted to know, and it would not be strange for me to send a message to somebody that really sparks a light, that inspires me. And, or even if I see a comment that a friend has made on this friend's post, it's like, their photo is intriguing. I got to know this person. So I friend a lot of people based on what their comments are, and you can kind of look at their feed, be stalkerish, you know what I mean? Not in a creepy way. And you can kind of get that vibe, whether it's like, oh, you would be my soul sister, or if we lived close, we would get into shenanigans, that sort of thing. So look for those people that maybe aren't in your tribe that are positive, because sometimes you get sucked in again into that drama. You want to find somebody that lifts you up. You want to find those friends and those family members that are going to give you those good vibes and just those high fives. And they might live across the world. And that's what a lot of these beautiful ladies that are on today, they're across the world or across the states. But I love these ladies, and you girls that are on here, Miss Leela and Miss Michelle, thank you, because you guys inspire me. But I think I've rambled on enough. So journal, gratitude alarm. If you want to know more, message me privately. I've got into essential oils. I've got into, and then again, a lot of that was because of being a chronic illness warrior. I did need to look and reevaluate. Miss Michelle over here, she is with essential oils too. She does that, and the name escapes me now, and I don't want to say the wrong one. It's with, what is the name of it? Young Living. So if you're interested in that, by all means, we have, I think, a YouTube, or not a YouTube, we need to do a show, Miss Michelle, on essential oils. What's good for people that are doing, that maybe have stress and depression. So let's make that a date. We got to get together, girl. So we need to, yes. She said yes. So doing that gratitude, essential oils, get into that Bible, whatever it is for you, that for healing, find those positive people that give you good vibes. Write your story. Do what you need to do for you, okay? And take time, take 5 minutes. This should probably be a Soulful Sunday, but again, it's my 51st time around the earth. So it just seems special to me. And also, I just need whoever's listening out there to know that this is just, in the big plan of schemes, really and truly, this is just a small bit. That life ahead of you is going to be so much more remarkable. On that, at the end of December, on December 30th, we're going to do it before New Year's Eve, we're going to do a vision board class. If you're interested, message me privately, throw a comment in here. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be on Zoom, or I just might do it in a private group. I have a Rising from the Ashes coaching group. I might just do it special in there and just pop everybody in there just for that special day. So you gather some magazines. I'll make this event on this page, Hope When There Was None. Gather some magazines, some glue. I'll have a list of different supplies, and then join me. We'll do a vision board live. So, and that'll be up just in that special group. So I'm going to make it special. There's no cost for that. I'm big on not charging, and even like coaching. I'm terrible. What some people would say terrible, because I don't charge for my services. I was going to, but you know what? I've been there. I've been on that other side, not having 2 pennies to rub together, not having someone to Miss Michelle says, giving God control over my life, I am learning to trust and rely on him. Yes, girl, that is what I had to do. I had to trust. I had to be patient. Of course, I was never patient, but I had to give that. I found that I had to give over that control because he knows my path. He knows where I'm going before I do. And it seems like when I take control and dig my heels in, like, no, I'm going this way, even though he's pointing me the other way, it never turns out right. It never does. His plan is so much greater, and the people that he puts into my life have been divine appointments. And I've said that before, and you just don't know. If you're not looking for the little stuff in your life, if you're going through life that, like a thunderclouds over your head all the time, you're not going to see the sunshine. You're not going to see those rainbows. So I encourage you to please open up your heart, open up your eyes, pray on it. If you don't pray, if you need help, in your walk with God, maybe you've been in a cult, maybe you're somebody that's a survivor from that, maybe you or your parents had even your ex, your abuser had drummed in such harshness into your life about religion, or maybe you've went to people at church, you've went to them, they've turned you away, or they sided with your ex, or perhaps they've just been judging you. Please don't. Those are people, they're human beings. We all fall short of the glory of God. Let's just say that. I'm going to leave it at that. My relationship with the Lord is entirely different. I don't always go to church. I'm first to admit it. I don't always read my Bible, but I just want you to know that they're just people. Please don't rely on people. Don't. They sometimes can just disappoint you. So I just rest in the arms of God, because I know he's got me. I know he's got this. And even though, like right now, I'm worried about my daughter, Jess. She's got a thyroid issue where she's got several growths, and she's having trouble sometimes talking. They're very painful. She's got to go in probably for a biopsy tomorrow, so please keep her in prayer. So I know we've got some worry and concern about that, and we're just going to leave it to God to handle. He's got this, that she'll have some treatment, or maybe it'll be nothing, that we're just going to pray that those just dissolve, and that God just continues to watch over her. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, but Miss Michelle, she related with my patience coming. Yes, sister. Yes. But also, if you need any help, not only on your spiritual walk, by all means, I'm no authority, and I'm not. Don't put me up here. I say the sugar honey iced tea word from time to time. I watch things that I shouldn't. There's things that I've watched recently, and it's like, no, I can't. Even though I do welcome people of let's say the LGBTQ community, that's between you and the Lord, but I welcome them. That's fine, because if they need that help, if they need that assistance, if they need that encouragement to get through that relationship, that's fine. I embrace that. That's fine. I'm happy to help with that. But I watch things that I shouldn't have. I try not to listen to things that I shouldn't have. That's eBay. Yay. And control specialist tendencies. That's not me, but yeah. Also, what else? Oh, I wanted to talk about music. What are you listening to? Make sure that you're listening to something that has a very pleasing frequency. That I can use a whole science on. Your clothing has frequency too. Try and get into linens and cottons. I know that sounds strange. That's something I learned with my healing journey, to listen to that music that's more classical, that's more positive. A lot of the rap music, a lot of our rock and roll music has frequencies that actually depress our immune system. They really do. They depress our emotions and so on and so on. So start looking into that. Do some research yourself, okay? Don't just take my word for it. Use interweb to look for different things. Leela, hi. Oh, hold on a second. Leela says, start giving praises and thanks to the Lord on a regular basis. Amen. Oh, thank you. She's going to share some resources for my daughter. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, she will have healing. She will. Thank you. And Miss Michelle says we can do all things, but leave out love. We are a clinging symbol. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I got goosebumps, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to turn this into a podcast. So if you thought anybody, if you glean just a nugget of wisdom out of this, or you think somebody might, I'll be making this a podcast. I'll have the link a little bit later on today. I'm also going to ramble on to Instagram, but probably not as much as I'm rambling here. Whole tones with Michael, can't remember his name. Well, if you think of that, Miss Michelle, put it down here, and maybe I can share a link on the podcast too to that. But I know there's different hertz. Like I just read yesterday or this morning, I was up around 2. 111 hertz is supposed to be healing, especially for cancer. So I know, and I just picked up some sassafras so I can make her tea. She's got a lot of allergies, so we need to be careful with that. So we're looking, I did hydrogen peroxide just recently, the food grade for myself, just for my Lyme disease. It's, I shouldn't claim that, but Lyme disease, and his story is incredible. Yeah, I'd love to hear that, Miss Michelle. And I have done, and I'm going to come out, and I've done ivermectin, I've done the horse paste, and before you roll your eyes, it's actually a treatment for Lyme before this COVID crazy. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Hopefully they won't flag me. Medicines dissolve this extra growth. Oh, awesome. Let me know that. I'd appreciate that. So I've done a lot of things recently with, I try to look for holistic things. I've done the stevia. I've done doing a lot of herbs for myself for the Lyme issues, adrenal fatigue, and so on and so on. And that's really helped me too, besides the essential oils. So there's a lot to talk about. If I struck a chord, a nerve with anything I've talked about today, message me privately. I'd love to chat. Let's have a discussion about this privately. That's fine. Or throw a comment down below. So I'm going to let you go. I've got a Christmas tree to put up. My grandbaby's coming over tomorrow, and we're going to have a Christmas tree trimming. So I will talk to you soon. I'll take that picture. And thank you so much for all the birthday wishes and love. Mwah! I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll be coming on regularly back in December again. So again, don't forget, if you're interested in that vision board project that we have coming on to do together, by all means message me privately or comment below, and let's get you signed up. I will make an event though in the Hope When There Was None page on Facebook. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye. Love you, Michelle.